it's a chill night. It's what's today? August 3rd, 2015. And I just gotta come on here. I gotta rant for you guys because like something has been pissing me off these days. And it happened yesterday. And yeah, it's about the cousin who is secretly jealous of me. So basically, so she had to come over to do her hair because my sister-in-law was doing her hair, and my sister-in-law, I live with her and my brother in their house, in their home basically. So my brother, me and him, we drove over to my cousin's house to pick her up, and I was driving. And so we picked her up, we came back. And then when we came back, I went upstairs while she was doing her hair because I have the basement to myself. I went up there to see how the hair was going. And I hear she's talking to my sister-in-law and her nanny about how I was speeding and I wasn't in the middle of the lane while I was driving, just nitpicking a bunch of stuff. Mind you, my brother didn't say anything while we were driving. He didn't say anything. He actually was telling me to slow down. No, not slow down. He was telling me to speed up. So I'm like, speeding? I wasn't speeding. He was telling me to speed up, baby. Like, I could tell she was just doing that. Because like I said, she has to make everything a competition when it comes to me. And she had like this smug look on her face while she was saying this in front of like everybody. And I was just explaining to her like, I think you have some type of professionalism going on with you. That's why you think I'm not a good driver, because why do I have a license and you don't then? And it's funny because I've told her multiple times that I have a license, but I guess she didn't believe me until yesterday when I actually showed her it. Because that was when she was finally like, oh, okay. And then she goes and talks to my sister-in-law again about how something about the license. And my sister-in-law was like, oh yeah, because they teach them how to drive back in high school. But they don't do that over here. That's why, And I don't know, it was just so, she's such a strange person. And then, so then I'm like, okay, I want to see you drive. I didn't say that exactly, but I'm like, okay, let's see you drive since you're the expert or whatever. You're 2 years older. You know everything. Let's see you drive. First of all, she didn't even get in her right lane at one point. Seems like we're on the same level. Like, I don't get. And then when she was done driving, I was like, yeah, you did good. You're amazing. Because I'm a nice person. It's like, I don't see anything being too serious. And I'm like, when she was done driving, she asked me, I'm like, yeah, you did good. And I can tell she low-key felt stupid because it's like, all she had for me was complaints and shadiness. But all I had for her was just compliments. Because, like, I'm not going to, I don't even know what this is for real. And then, so then we get to the mall. We decided to go to the mall. I don't know why I decided to hang out with her yesterday. I shouldn't have. We were sitting down somewhere, and I'm a person where it's like, I want to live a short life. I want to have a good, happy, successful, satisfying, content life, but I don't need to get up to the hundreds. Like, I'm not saying that because like I'm depressed, but it's like I don't need that, I don't think as a human your body it starts deteriorating like when you're like in your 50s. And it's like, I've been around old people my whole life, shout out to them, and it's like, I'm good, I'm set on that. I think I can live my life to the fullest. I don't need to get to 90. I don't even feel like I need to get to 80. Like, and actually when I was younger, I was like, okay, I just need to get to like my 50s and I'm good. Now that the motor is gone to 60s, And I was telling her that, and she was like, you used to be much happier when you were younger. And I'm like, babes, I was just a better actor when I was younger. She was like, when I moved with you guys, you weren't like this. You were happy. And I'm like, babes, I wanted to die when I was 50 when we first met. Because I remember when I told you she moved in with us from Ghana when I was like in 6th grade. Yeah. And so I was like, I think I've had depression since I was 8, because that's like the first time I tried to kill myself. So when she said that, I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely wasn't happier at that time, especially since I didn't really want to live. I wanted to live even shorter back then, but she kept saying like, no, you were happier. You were happier. There's something up with her with not being able to accept anything that she doesn't think is correct. I'm literally telling her that was 6th grade. I was 11. I was not happy then. I was very good at acting happy, but now that I'm older, I'm starting to unmask and not try to hide it so much. But no, it was like that even back then too. But of course, she was like, no, you were happier. Oh my God. I don't, like, you know how they say like Sagittarius is, oh, hold on, let me stop the video. You know how Sagittariuses are said to, we're both Sagittariuses by the way, are said to like have a really strong belief system, pretty stubborn with like their mindset. I see that trait very strong within her, because you could be telling her something because you've experienced it firsthand, but she'll still be like, no, I saw it like on the internet, so I think I'm correct. Like there was this one time where she was talking about how, oh yeah, we went to the Korean store, and there was like a lady trying to get us to join her church. Felt very culty, and we just started talking about how, yeah, there's actually like a lot of cults in Korea that like to pick up like foreign people on the premises of like religion, because that's what literally happened to me when I was there. I was in Korea, and I was like waiting for like my taxi, and then like these 2 guys started talking to me and some other girl I'm not gonna talk about. Yeah, so they started talking to us about like church and stuff, and it was like, oh, okay, clearly a cult. So it was funny, and because she's never been to Korea, so I was telling her, I was like, yeah, and then we were just talking about that stuff, and then she said something about like Korea, and I'm like, nah, that wasn't really, no, I don't think they have that around a lot. It was something small, I forgot. And I was like telling her, because I was like, I was literally just there. I didn't tell her I was just there, but I don't know, I feel like she should have, I don't know. But kind of like the way I was talking, you could tell that I've been there. And she was just like, no, I've seen it on TikTok. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm telling you, like, I firsthand saw that's not what, how it works. But anyway, interesting individual. So then when we were still talking about how I wanted to die, at a certain age, she was like, this leads me into my second topic. Being a Ghanaian born and raised in America versus being one born in Ghana and then coming here when you're like a little older, you actually experience life so much differently. You come out way differently. And it's like being in a person born here. I can't relate to the Ghanaians that were born over there. Even if they moved over here when they were super young, there's always a sort of disconnect, because they always think what I'm saying is edgy and sad and dangerous. Because it's like, I'm just telling my cousin like, yo, I'm chill with all that. I don't need to be 90. I'm okay with leaving like soon. I'm ready. I'm just happy to be here for a good time, And she's like, yeah, but you wouldn't be saying that if you actually had hopes and dreams. And I'm like, oh yeah, I do. I definitely do. Like, I don't know what it is with these people, like my family. Like I said, I'm the first person born in America. They think I don't have any, I think because I have kind of like that American, like, carefree kind of energy with me, they think I don't have any goals or dreams or aspirations. And then she kept saying that, and I'm like, and at one point I had to be like, sweetheart, I do have goals and aspirations. I don't need 90 years to do all of that. And she was like, you wouldn't be saying all this if you weren't born in America. America, I can tell by the things you've been through here and stuff has made you the way you are. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. And you were born and raised in Ghana. You wouldn't ever get this lifestyle. Even if you've been here since you were a teenager, you still wouldn't really get it. Cause like I don't even know where that really came from. And then we started talking about how like the different cultures, cause I'm like, I like to write. I like to do poetry. I want to release some books. That's one of my goals. I was talking about how different cultures have a different relationship to death. Like in Russia, I think they like, what do they do? They like, I forgot. I don't want to like spread any misinformation, but it's like American literature, this is their relationship to death. Russian literature, this is their relationship to death. Mexican literature, this is their like relationship to death. And it's like so interesting because other different cultures, they either are like afraid of death, they love death, they crave death, they think death is depressing. So much different cultures. Some cultures celebrate death. And I was talking about how in America, I think people tend to crave death. And while I was saying that, she was like, oh yeah, people in America are scared of death. That's why they're so depressed about it and why like there's depression here. And it's like, I thought she got it. I thought because she moved here when she was like 15. I'm like, okay, I can talk to her. But it's like sometimes I can't really talk to the Ghanaians that weren't born here because it's like, what? I just told you that Americans, we tend to. I think she heard like sadness, scared. Like she misheard what I said. When I said Americans tend to crave death. And then she was like, there's no depression in Ghana. And I didn't even, at this point, I had stopped even responding back to her. I'm just looking at her like, just waiting for this hangout to be over. Because, first of all, of course, there's depression in Ghana. There's just a big stigma around it. People don't really know what it is or take it seriously. Of course, that's another thing I can't stand when it comes to Ghanaians not born and raised in America. They think mental illness is like, they either think it's demons or they think it's not real. Or they think it's because like, oh, you're a dumb American. This is all they taught you. They always have that energy. And it's like, I'm wondering what the hell do they teach them in Ghana for them to make them think that they are know-it-alls? Because it's like, you don't know how many times I've had a conversation with like a Ghanaian girl who was raised or born there who automatically thinks she's better than me or something. And it's like, where is this coming from? And it's like, I love the self-esteem, love the high confidence, but it's like, there's a reason why you moved to America. Like this sounds racist, but if you understand what I'm saying, they look down on American born and raised kids so much, especially if you come from like a family of like first generation people. It's actually kind of like, and it's like I'm done trying to like find one that I could really have fun with. And also they be boring as hell. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They are so boring. They never want to do anything. If it's not something, they be religious. It's like they're like the girls who are so religious to the point where they don't like to do anything that's considered not holy. I don't know. Like they don't like to just go chill out at a bar. They don't like to like, and I feel like that's why I've mostly gravitated towards American friends, because it's like, y'all be boring as shit, no lie. And she wants to go to she wants to do like a Christmas vacation. And we talked about it like a few weeks ago, and I thought we was just playing because I do not want to go on vacation with her. Like, oh my God, like the last time we were on vacation together, it was in Mexico during my brother's wedding. And I had to talk this girl into taking shots. We were at a wedding, free shots, by the way, resort, the whole thing. We're the only ones in the club. We playing the music that we like. Us and all of our family, everybody drinking, everybody having a good time. You want to be like, oh, I don't really drink because, you know, alcoholism kind of runs in our family. Because on this side, I don't want to go on vacation with you. What? Like, turn up or get out of my face. For real. I'm so happy. At least I have my other cousin there who would like to turn up. So, at least. Because, ooh, if it was just me and her, oh no. But, yeah, it's like, and it's crazy because now I feel like I'm here talking shit about her. But I hate talking shit about people. And I'm only doing this because she made me feel like shit in real life yesterday. Like, she just kept criticizing everything about me. And then, and it's like, yeah, I don't think I want her in my life as well. Like, if you guys don't know what's going on, I'm in like the process of like, kind of going non-contact with my family. And I thought she was going to be a safe zone. Somebody in my family I could talk to. My God, no. No, that's why. No. It's like the only ones I really talk to are my nephew, nieces. The only generation who was born here with me. I don't know. And then the thing with Ghanaians is like, especially the girls, I don't know, because I've experienced this with, I can think of at least two Ghanaian girls who were born and raised in Ghana, is like they don't like to hear about themselves. It's like they will tell you about yourself, but then when you turn around and you're like telling them about themselves, they get like really avoidant, or they don't even, like, they literally just stop listening to the conversation. They like start turning their head and like, it's like, whoa, I listened to what you said, and I'm like, maybe that's just like the high self-esteem thing that they teach them out there in Ghana. That's why they don't even, well, I mean, the God that they worship, the Christian God, that is a narcissist God. So I'm like, you become what you worship. So I'm not saying, but I feel like a lot of Christians are narcissists and they don't like to hear anything about themselves, or yeah. And also, speaking about Christians, is like, we were talking, so that same cousin, she's the religious one, we were talking about the afterlife, and you know, she's clearly a heaven and hell believer, and I like to do just the basic truth, which is like, we just return to the source. Like, we're all basically the same entity, but then our souls get split into different bodies, and then and then when we like die, it's like a happy return. It's like we all come back into like the same thing. But anyway, shout out to White Lotus and other stuff. But yeah, that's kind of how I see death. And you know, the Christians, they love to fearmonger when it comes to the heaven and hell stuff. And that's exactly why I kind of dismiss that kind of belief, because I'm not about to be all, why is it separate? Why is it so complicated? And then she started talking about stuff in the Bible, and I'm like, you Christians got to understand that once you bring up the Bible, for a lot of people, we immediately turn off our ears because we know, you're not that bright. The Bible has been messed with so many times, has had so much important books taken out by important people, and they just put all the men in there, and then they change it up to fit their propaganda of patriarchy and white supremacy. No, I'm okay. I'm just looking for my found family. And it's like, I was gonna invite her to the wedding. It's funny because when we were at the mall, I was like, hey, let's try to pick up some boys. And then she was like, pick up some boys? What happened to you and your man? I don't tell her shit about me and my man because I am not like her. I'm like, nah, I'm not really looking to be loyal right now. And I'm like playing with her because it's like, me and my man, I'm still, oh, sweetheart, I'm still getting married. Like, you've already, this isn't a competition anymore. Like, the wedding's still going on in December. But, like, I'm not gonna tell you especially after what you said and done to me today, criticize my driving in front of everyone. Then, that was before. Yeah. And then, yeah, it's like, nah, you were being shady as hell to me. I'm not gonna really tell you about what's going on. I was thinking about getting a man for you. But anyway. And it's like the only way I would actually go on this Christmas trip with her, the only way is if my man can come. I'm so sorry. I hate to be that friend, but she's gonna invite her like 3 other Ghanaian friends. Oh, brother, talk about bougie city. Like, I don't, because it's like, I already know how it's gonna be if I decide to go with her and her other friends. It's just gonna be some 4 stuck up girls looking to take pictures, not even wanting to do any of the activities, not wanting to drink, not wanting to smoke, not wanting to do nothing. I can already tell. So it's like, because I was gonna invite her to the wedding, but it's like, with this amount of negativity she spewed to me yesterday, I think I should keep that energy away from my holy matrimony. So sorry, because it's like, I'm already not inviting my family because I already don't like their vibes. Now she's out of the list. But I was gonna invite her just so I can brag. But now, that energy she had yesterday was nasty. No, thank you. That wasn't my friend last night. That was the devil. Yesterday I made a video while she was doing the things she was doing all day yesterday to me. I had to take a break in my room because, like, she was insane. And I took a video of exactly what she was doing and how I was not going to let it get to me, because I was kind of like giving myself a prep talk. But like tonight, I'm going to try to chill the fuck out. I just took a shower, had my bonnet on. I got coconut oil all over myself. And I'm going to, this cigar from Cuba. Gonna do that. Maybe play some video games. Yeah, that's my night. But anyway, have a good night. Go do things you want to do too. Follow your sacred desire. And thanks for watching.